I have 6 o'clock. We'll call it a meeting to order. Will everyone please join me in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Nichols,
Here.
Councilman Mike Cooley,
Here.
Roy Oster,
Here.
Earl Barker,
Here.
Councilman Jerry Blue.
Here. Okay, well, we do have a quorum. We'll move forward. Has everybody had a chance to look at the agenda? Any questions? I have a motion to approve the agenda as read.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as read.
Have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we'll move on to minutes of the last meeting, which was a special meeting where we discussed the police department's attorney, where we move forward with keeping Piper Law Group on there. Does anybody have any questions or concerns on this? Do I have a motion to go ahead and approve meetings of the last minute, March 23rd, 2026?
I'll make a motion to approve the special meeting minutes, March 23rd, 2026.
Have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we'll move on to, we've got two. We got special. Then we have our regular meeting minutes from March 18th. Has everybody had a chance to review those? I have a motion to approve the minutes from the March 18th meeting, 2026.
I'd make a motion to approve the minutes from the March 18th meeting.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we'll move on to approval of the bills. We had deposits in the amount of $156,008.23. Accounts payable in the amount of $58,430.24. Transmittals in the amount of $23,990.68. And payroll in the amount of $43,287.07. Any discussion? Do I have a motion to go ahead and approve these bills?
I'll make a motion to approve the bills.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we'll move on to correspondence.
From the Wyoming Children's Trust Fund, and Student Child Abuse Wyoming, they are asking if we approve a child abuse prevention month proclamation for the month of April.
Would you please read that proclamation?
Whereas prevention is possible with strong policies and investments, families and children can thrive, fostering prevention, stability, and long-term well-being. Whereas the experiences of a child impacting throughout life positively and negatively. Whereas supporting families early reduces the need for a crisis response, improves lifelong outcomes, strengthens communities, and saves public dollars across the downstream interventions across multiple systems. Whereas every family and child is filled with tremendous promise, and we all have a collective responsibility to prevent adverse childhood experiences, foster the potential of every child, and promote positive childhood experiences. Whereas positive childhood experiences such as loving caregivers and safe, stable, and nurturing relationships play a vital role in helping children thrive by mitigating trauma and the negative impact of adverse childhood experience. Whereas families who receive the support they need before a crisis occurs are better equipped to provide safe, healthy, and nurturing environments, leading to children who are safer, healthier, and more hopeful for their futures. Whereas childhood trauma includes abuse, neglect, long-term psychological, emotional, and physical effects for an individual's lifetime and impact future generations. Primary prevention of childhood abuse and neglect can reduce the lifetime economic burden associated with child treatment, whereas effective child abuse prevention activities succeed because the partnership created between the child welfare professionals, education, health, community, and faith-based organizations, business, law enforcement agencies, and families Whereas we acknowledge that we must work together as a community to increase awareness about what families need before they are in crisis and contribute to promoting the social and emotional well-being of children and families in a safe, stable, and nurturing environment. Whereas investments in primary prevention initiatives such as early childhood home visiting programs like Healthy Families America policies that promote economic stability and mobility and community-based child abuse prevention efforts to reduce the likelihood of abuse and neglect, ensure children are the foundation for a long well-being. And now therefore, I, Davis, Mayor of the Town of Saratoga, do hereby proclaim April 2026 as Child Abuse Prevention Month in this town of Saratoga and urge all citizens to recognize that child abuse is preventable and that a healthy and prosperous society depends on strong families and communities. Together we can create a state invested in family where every child deserves to live a purposeful and happy life with hope for the future.
Do I have a motion to approve this proclamation for the month for child abuse prevention and allow me to sign it?
I'd make the motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Thank you.
Next one is the Platte Valley Chamber of Commerce. Says congratulations, you were nominated as the 2025 Organization of the Year by Saratoga Platte Valley Chamber of Commerce. Then an invitation for the annual meeting that is Wednesday, April 15th. Meeting and awards are at 6 p.m. and open bar and appetizers are at 7 p.m.
So everybody's welcome to go. Is that all the correspondence? I missed this in the beginning, but let's go ahead. And I'm gonna need a motion to go ahead and allow this under correspondence. And it's a referral form. It's from the Carbon County Planning and Development Department. And it's for some land out here. Oh. Do I have a motion to go ahead and allow me to add this to the agenda?
I'd make a motion to add it to the agenda.
Referral form. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Has everybody glanced through that? It's a portion of property and it's surrounded by ranch and light industry. My suggestion would be to go ahead and refer it back to the planning commission and let them decide what would be the best on that. And then
Looks like they're changing part and leaving a gap and then changing other part, which makes no sense.
yeah, I don't understand it either. So let's let them peer into it and they can ask more questions and
Yeah.
everybody good with that? Do I have a motion to go ahead and refer this to the planning and zoning?
I'd make a motion to refer this back to Planning and Zoning Commission.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Okay, we'll move on. Are there any council comments? Okay, we'll move on to the next item of business, which is town hall. And everybody will take a quick peek. Boys and Girls Club. Oh, I missed items from the public. Good catch, buddy.
Yeah.
We'll move on to items from the public. We have a special event permit from Brianna Falls, and that is no longer, she called and canceled that earlier today, so. The next special event permit is from Jamie Messina, Town Cleanup.
I am looking to hold an Earth Day townwide cleanup event on April 18th at Kathy Globe Park. So trash bags will be provided, gloves will be provided. Pretty much people will show up at 11, grab their supplies, choose where they want to go pick up trash, and then come back for maybe a bounce house, food trucks, face painting, music, free hot dogs.
Have you advertised this?
Not yet. I was waiting for this.
Any questions? Any concerns, chief?
I have no concerns with it.
Okay. DPW supervisor, do you have any?
That was great.
Okay, I think it's great too. So. Do I have a motion to go ahead and approve this special events town cleanup for April what?
18th, it's a Saturday.
April 18th, 2026.
Yes, sir.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
I have a second to that motion.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay,
Thanks, guys.
you can start advertising. Okay, now we'll move on to reports from the department's town hall. We have in the town hall, if you look in your packet, there's some dates in there. I was contacted by Ashley Bright, Boys and Girls Club. And he would like to sit down with a couple of their members and all the town hall together. And I said, well, the only way we can do it is in a workshop, which will be open to the public. And if you look, there's April 17th, April 22nd, and April 23rd. Told him I would bring it to the council and they could kind of pick a date would work best for them. I can probably change the time a little bit if somebody wants the time change some.
Don't see a problem with it.
What date would you like?
The 7th,
17th is right after the council meeting.
is it?
If 15th is the council meeting. That'd be on a Friday. I didn't think a Friday would be very good because people may want to leave town or
Yeah.
What's the 22nd? What date's that?
Yeah. Next Wednesday.
it's the following Wednesday, so it'd be a week.
That would probably be a better time, don't you think, in the middle of the week?
I would think so.
Okay, works for me.
Work for you?
Thursday.
Do I have a motion to go, we want to keep the same time? We want to bump it up an hour.
What time?
For 6 p.m. time frame.
That should be fine, I would think.
Pretty good with that? Do I have a motion to go ahead and set this workshop up with the Boys and Girls Club for April 22nd at 6 p.m.?
I'd make a motion to go ahead and set it up for April 22nd at 6 p.m.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. You be sure and advertise that. It is a workshop. No decisions will be made. Okay. Any other items under town hall? Okay, we'll move on to the police department. I added one thing to your agenda.
Yeah, what is that?
I'll surprise you with.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council. I don't have anything to really present tonight. We did get the items that were approved at the last council meeting. The laptops have already arrived, as well did the body camera, and the licenses began today from the Axon equipment. We received the new rifles finally last week, got those all assembled. We've gotten them all zeroed in. They'll be getting issued out and everyone will be qualifying on Wednesday, the 8th.
Any questions for John before I move on to the next one? What this was Marie contacted me today and it's up to the court to decide this. But evidently there's a trial coming up at the next court date, and the lady filled out an affidavit, wants a public defender. And per the system, the way it works, we have to pay, the court has to pay for the public defender. So we talked to Rob, your attorney, And he thought $75 an hour is what they charge. Well, then Dan Massey said $150 an hour is what they pay public defenders. So what I'm asking the council is, we're gonna have to do this. I mean, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it, is my understanding. Talking with Dan. So I would like to get a range of, that we can pay these people a certain range and then try to figure out through the state what they actually make. I don't know if it's set by each municipality, if it's set by the state, or if it's set by the attorney. For sure, we're just kind of going off what, Judge Massey said, which was $150 an hour.
Which sounds about right to me.
And it's been so long since I've been into it, I don't remember.
Yeah. Can we have Marie reach out to the other courts and see what?
She was gonna do that and we haven't talked since then.
Okay.
But it's kind of looking like we may have to pay these other attorneys that come in and represent these people $150 an hour.
You probably have to pay them from the time they leave Cheyenne or someplace till.
Wherever they come from, they can come from anywhere in the state,
Yeah.
preferably Rollins, but if they're busy, then
Yeah, there's some that come over to Rollins out of Laramie, and
they come out of Laramie, Casper. Well,
it all depends on their caseloads up there, what they have available.
yeah.
I would imagine it's like John says, $150 is probably about the going price for it.
Well, I would imagine they charge mileage and everything else on top of that.
I know all the court cases I've sat through, usually there is public defender fees gets added if there's a conviction as restitution stuff also.
Is
It
there?
does get paid back.
Okay. Anyway, do I have a motion to pay these public defenders up to $150 an hour?
I'd make a motion to pay a public defender up to $150 an hour.
Do I have a second to that motion?
I'll second it.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 I'm not understanding where it's all coming from. Totally.
What is? Okay. Motion passed, but what it's coming from is, say you got arrested and you wanted a jury trial or a bench trial, but you wanted an attorney to represent you. Okay, it says this right in your Miranda rights. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you. So this lady asked for an attorney and she has no money to pay it. They fill out an affidavit.
If it wasn't traffic, wouldn't it go to the county?
Well, a lot of ours do go county. I don't even know.
So I don't understand why we'd be handling anything but a city violation.
Oh, they have a right to a city trial. Yeah, I don't think it's traffic. Well, they have a right to a trial if it's traffic, usually a bench trial.
I'm not even sure what this charge was for sure, if it was property destruction or what, but
But they do have a right. It may only be a bench trial.
right, if there is no jail time that can go with it, which no municipal charges hold jail time, so everything would only be a bench trial is the only thing that they can have in Saratoga. But they do, under court rules, have the right to an attorney.
So how's this been handled in the past and what have they charged us in the past? Or have we not?
So wouldn't this
I'm not-
county court?
Huh?
It wouldn't go to county court.
Not if it was wrote under a municipal charge. And that's where it was wrote. It's it's our charge. It's a town ordinance charge. So, but we have a working relationship where our DUIs go county, correct?
Correct.
Because
Pretty much anything that has jail time attached to it or arrest goes county.
Well, that's what, yeah. So how wouldn't this be in that? I don't understand that quite.
it's the way the citation was wrote. It was wrote to the town of Saratoga under a city ordinance violation. So that's why it's going through the city.
Okay, and again, I'll ask, how have we handled this in the past and what have we been charged in the past?
I've never heard of one in the past before like this.
So this is the first time the town of Saratoga's had to provide somebody with an attorney.
I wouldn't think so, but maybe someone would have to ask Marie. That would be in the court clerk records.
I can take you back to 1992 where we had, one, and it was a jury trial. But the guy didn't ask for an attorney, he represented himself. Okay,
How'd that work?
so,
And we've had several trials in the last couple of years, but they haven't requested an attorney,
This is the first time it's
at least in the last 2 years.
been
Yes,
faced with it.
yes.
Perini, was that his name? Joey,
Oh, Carenti?
yeah, he had a trial and he represented himself. So, I mean, this woman can represent herself, but she asked for an attorney. And by law, we have to pay for it.
And the trial's gonna be held here.
And the trial will be held there.
Yes.
I was just curious.
So is there something that decides exactly whether it goes county or? You know,
I know.
besides traffic violations, obviously don't, but
Well, and stuff that's municipal ordinance only cannot go county. But then DUIs or multiple offense, driving under suspensions, those sort of things go to county where there is mandatory or
because theft, all that goes county, right?
the what's that?
Theft, all that. If it goes to court, goes county.
It depends on how much it is. We
Uh,
have petty, the smaller thefts, misdemeanor thefts could stay here. But
okay.
anything felony theft would go to county. All felonies go to circuit court to go to district court, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it either, but
I'm just trying to understand
Yeah.
why it's getting pushed this way.
well, anybody, even on a traffic citation, you can ask for a bench trial.
and request an attorney.
Yep,
Oh,
so.
okay.
Anything you have in court, you can request a public defender if you're found indigent and unable to pay for one yourself.
I pay for one. And I don't know who goes through their affidavit they fill out. Do you know?
My assumption would be Marie.
It would be up to the attorney.
It would be.
I mean, their court appoints it. It would
Right.
be our
It'll be
decision.
Marie and Judge Mazzy that would go through that. And the judge does the final decision if they get public defender or not.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So,
Okay.
you okay? Any more questions?
No.
Okay. I believe that's all we have. Any questions for John? Well, thanks for getting dressed up and coming in.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Question.
Yeah. Okay. We'll move on to the fire department, and since Carter goes to their meetings, do you have anything to report from their last meeting?
I did not, they moved their next, or their business meetings next Wednesday.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, nothing to report. Recreation department.
Hey, gentlemen, I don't have any requests of you. I just have kind of a little update for you. So I guess you can say we officially started pool season. We got some plumbing done there today. The pool is cleaned out, filled up. And
Filled it with water?
oh yeah, it's
Cool.
That's why it rained.
that's
It's your fault.
trying to get the rain over with now, so
Okay.
everybody can have their activities up.
Gonna fill in a month if that's the case.
But yeah, we're excited to put on the new cover and see how it goes.
Paint looked pretty good.
Yeah, there were some areas that chipped. We probably won't paint it again until after we empty it. Probably paint it in the fall.
You got the inside of the building painted too?
We got a good chunk of it done. Got a little white left and a little green and a little gray. So
Good.
after you stare at that white paint for a while, it's kind of good to step away from it. But yeah, other than that, the rec center's busy as can be. Youth basketball, had a little break from that this week. Fitness classes, USA wrestling, shooting sports. It's
So
great.
you're busy.
Yeah, busy.
Good.
Absolutely.
That's good. Any questions for Carson? Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, I need to meet with you again real quick in the morning.
Okay.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Carter.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, we'll move on to Mr. Emery with the Department of Public Works and Planning Commission and Water and Sewer Joint Task Force. Whatever else you're working on.
Are any surprises for me?
No,
Good, good. Okay, with just these business items, starting off, out there at the lagoon over several years, we've been accumulating quite a pile of scrap metal, various types. It's taken up a lot of room. It serves us no use. We could use that room for other more productive things, but in order to get rid of it, can't just give it to somebody. So we did advertise just to see if we get somebody interested. There was one bid from Imperial Sanitation out of Casper for $100, which I wasn't expecting much more than that because it's going to cost a lot of money to haul it all out of there. And if you guys are good with that, I'd like to just let him get it and get it hauled out. I got till April 30th to get it hauled off.
okay. Any questions? Do I have a motion to go ahead and approve this one bid from, pardon, who would?
Imperial Sanitation.
Imperial Sanitation out of Casper to remove that scrap iron from the lagoon?
I'd make a motion for that, for him to move the metal from the lagoon.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Okay, the second one, this is a part of our Elm Avenue project. Coleman Construction is a company that's worked here in town several times. They were the last two ones that completed the bore under the Hughes ditch when we did the River Street project. Clay, the guy who I've been working with, is super responsive, attentive. They've had success with working with Rocky Mountain. I think the price is more than fair. And I would like to get these guys on the books to get this done early this spring.
Approximate cost?
It totals 58,000. And there's some change. I got the exact number.
58,780.
Yep.
Any questions for Emery on these guys? I have a motion to go ahead and approve Coleman Construction for the boring project under Highway 130 on Elm. So we can finish that water line. $58,780.
I'd make the motion to approve this contract.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Good.
Did you kind of let them know what they were getting into?
Oh, yeah.
Because they tried down at the Wolf to bore under the highway. I don't know how many times they never did get under the highway.
Yeah, we went with a bigger, we dug everything up and we did a geotech, all the rocks and cobble under there and sent all that info to them. And that's why we're going with such a big casing. So we're not going to get hung up with what's under there. Because that's probably, we were going to go 24, but we got some 12-inch rocks when we did that geotech. And so there's like a 70% chance we wouldn't have a problem. But for another like $20 a foot, it makes sense just to
Go bigger
and make sure that rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't want to get hung up under the highway.
We'll finish that water line plumbing, where it will come from. The street over here, South River.
Yeah, and I'll get to that.
Clear up to where we fixed them valves and everything last year.
Yeah.
Good deal.
This is number 15. So now that we've got through the engineering process and some of the environmental with this TAP grant for the pathway, we can finalize a contract with EA for the rest of the engineering and the design. YDOT pays for 91.4% of this cost as they're a part of the project. And the costs are a little bit lower because we did pay for some of that design. So it's not minimal on the design and more on the construction management. That one, the total scope of up to 171. Change. YDOT did approve their track Make sure that everything is in it that the grant requires.
So my question is, are you gonna try to go to bid this year?
We're gonna try, but
Yeah,
it's all gonna depend on contractor timelines and
yeah,
So whiteout will cover 97% of this 171.
yeah. Yeah, they would pay for 91, I want to say it's 91.4 or 91.7, anything involving that project up to our 1.475 million that they awarded.
Wow.
what a deal.
Yeah. What is,
In the headlock, get that deal or what?
this was only like the first year that they took the cap off. Usually it's only like, and this year they took the cap off, so we were able to get the 1.4 and change. I wanted to ask for more, but I asked them if it would be greedy and in a roundabout way. They kind of told me yes.
Said it jokingly just to see what they said.
I did. I wanted to know.
Oh. Maybe they'll lift the cap again next year.
Hey, I'm just happy with how things worked out this year. Quick little update on a couple of things we did put.
Real quick, you want us to pass this?
Yes, I do.
Motion?
Yeah, we do need that.
I have a motion to go ahead and move forward with this, since the state of, then go ahead and get the design and everything done.
I'd make a motion to move ahead with it.
I'll second it.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you, guys. A quick update on a few things. We did put out some notice on Facebook and the website, and we did hand deliver notices to the property owners. We are gonna hop back on Elm Street here next week and get coming this way towards that bore, so we can get that water line replaced. We are gonna change a few things up this year, and we're probably gonna be moving a lot faster. We're hoping, so excited to get rocking and rolling on that. And we got a traffic plan. We'll keep the parking open there at the rec center and probably do one way where the parking is, just to keep people from congesting that too much. And that's all in that notice that I put out on Facebook and everything. So everybody just watch for traffic signs and
Good deal.
okay, and then the guys Rocky Mountain back up on the hill, up on the west bench, working on that sewer line, finishing up our last alley. They did hit a water line last week that we did have to have them and us work together to get it shut off and then get it fixed, turn back on. We did go ahead. It was a 2-inch line that nobody knew was there, probably from prior to 1970. We did, Chuck and the guys went up yesterday, dug down, cut that chunk out where it was tied in the original line and put a clean piece of pipe in, so we won't have any issues with it in the future. Dirt work at the park, we're continuing on that. We're planning on talking with all the contractors that are involved in that project. We're talking probably starting foundation for the restroom around May 1-ish. And then concrete guys coming in end of May, first week in June. And then the grass guys and sprinkler guys in thereafter. Is the plan on that. I think that's all gonna line up well. Mosquitoes, we do got plane lined up for this summer, same company, similar pricing. We have a pilot that is done a bunch of mosquito spraying for that company, who's going to come out to Wyoming and kind of take care of stuff out here for them. So we will be able to spray aerial this year.
All right. Have we heard anything from the grant on that? Or have you even applied?
Yeah, I submitted both of those. We should probably be hearing here shortly. So every year we do the EIMG grant, which is the emergency insect management grant through the state. And that usually gets us around 12 to 16,000. And then through Carbon County, we apply for pesticides for 30,000. We usually do see those every year. So I did submit for those again, and I imagine we'll be seeing those shortly. But those grant funds are really what allow us to spray and everything. With the pesticide costs getting the way that they have, we can't afford to do it without it. We would have to up our $225 a month pesticide costs significantly. Like when we do an aerial with the larvicide, it's running $15K just in pesticide
Yeah.
to do that.
Okay, good deal.
That's kind of it on some things I wanted to touch on, public works wise. Mosquito guys, we are always looking for seasonal sprayers. If anybody's interested in that, doing that in the evenings, just let me know.
You want us to advertise that?
Yeah, we could, we probably waited.
Didn't we hire somebody for that already?
Yeah, we got one, car.
Got one.
That seasonally, but having having about 3 to 4 is helpful. Just because somebody who needs a night off or they don't want to do it that night, we got somebody else. We kind of put a calendar up and say, hey, these are the days we need sprayed, and then we let guys fill that in. But we 2 to 3 more would be ideal.
Well, we can advertise that like we always do.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay, that's it on public works.
Any questions on Public Works? Okay, Planning Commission?
You guys will have a variance procedures ordinance public hearing at your next meeting. I did get that in the paper, so I'll get that out, draft out to you guys if I hadn't emailed it out already. And then we'll review that zone change request from the county at the next meeting. And I did want to touch, we have an agreement with the county that I think we renewed last time in 2018 that allows us to have some say and some weigh in on some of those changes that happen right within our 1 mile immediate boundary of town. So that's why they deliver those to us. That is actually an agreement. So.
Okay. Well, we'll wait and see what they have to say about that. We have a public hearing on also on the
15th.
Is the ORV hearing.
Yeah.
ORV, so we will have 2 public hearings that night.
What date?
The 15th, at the next council meeting.
Oh, okay.
So is planning and zoning reviewing anything on the Washomat?
I'm dealing with the attorney right now.
What's that?
I got dealing with the attorney right at the moment.
Oh, okay. I just wondering where we were.
Any other question for Emery? Anything from the Joint Powers Board?
No, we haven't had a meeting since our last meeting, so we got a meeting next week and.
Okay. Any additional questions? Emery, thank you for what you do.
We do appreciate it.
Thanks, Emery.
Okay. Move on to the Recreation Commission.
Nothing new to report. We haven't had a meeting since our last meeting. Our next meeting is April 6th here at 6 p.m.
Okay. We'll move on to the Saratoga Airport Advisory Board, and their next meeting is April 13th, 2026 at 3 p.m. here at the town hall. And that's all I have to add on that. Okay, we'll move on to South Central Wyoming Emergency Medical Board. And I have nothing to add there. And the rep that we have in town is out of town. I'm sure they're just kids. They're on spring break, so. Anything else? I have a motion to go into executive session under Wyoming statute 16-4-405A, 2 little i's and 3 little i's.
I'd make the motion to go into executive session in accordance with 16-4-405, little a, 2 little i's, and 3 little i's.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
I gotta eat a crayon to get the taste of this candy out of my mouth.
Strawberry flavor.
I'm a watermelon. I'm not the crayons, but yes. Now, they used to make the smelly crayons. Trying to think what they,
Do I have a motion to end the executive session?
I'll make a motion to end the executive session.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Have a motion to call this meeting back to order.
I'll make a motion to call this meeting back to order.
Have a second.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Is there any further business to be brought before the town?
That's fine.
With none, do I have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Need a second? I'll
Meeting-
second it.
Bud did second it. But not said them very loud. Before I little second. Okay, meeting is